Hi again then guys, and welcome to another brief walk down memory lane to Driveclub once again, which of course is now officially dead, all the servers are gone, etc, but you can still enjoy the game. And this is certainly a vehicle which you can have a ton of fun with, because there are two different versions, which is pretty unique as far as the cars in the game go. There's a 2011 shape and a 2013 shape, and interestingly there are differences between them. Now the most notable difference between the two is that the 2013 model is lighter. So that is something that you might want to bear in mind, and of course the car in question is the BMW M5. Now this car had a huge weight on its shoulders. For some, it probably succeeded, and for others maybe it didn't, and of course I'm referring to the fact that this was the follow-up to probably the most beloved M5 of all time, the E60, with that iconic V10 engine, which, funnily enough, and this was not planned, I actually reviewed yesterday on the channel, in Gran Turismo 6. This, though, is a very different animal. Gone is the V10 engine, gone is the natural aspiration, and gone is, I would say, the beauty. It's a more muscular car for sure, but I don't think it's quite as sleek. However, it more than makes up for that with sheer performance. That V8 engine is an absolute brute, it sounds great, it goes like hell. Of course the turbo aspiration makes it feel very different as well, but also the performance and the handling, more importantly, are easily on par with many of the sports cars and even super sports cars that are in this game, because it tells you something straight off the bat when Driveclub features something like an Audi wagon or an executive BMW in a game which is typically thought of for being supercar and hypercar based. The fact that these are in the game at all shows that they have at least some respect for them, and it's good to see that because these are that good. The Audi Avant is an incredible performance car, and so is this M5. Now in terms of how it feels, how it performs, of course it's a lot heavier. Either form is a lot heavier than most sports cars in the game. At the same time though, around 550 horsepower means it is not slow. Now as I already said, it sounds great, but of course what you want to know when you're actually driving it is how does it feel? Is it this big lumbering thing? Of course it doesn't have all-wheel drive to its advantage like the Audi does. It's more of a raw experience, and it could be a bad one. There is a very justifiable risk in having something like this in the game, but as you can see in the video, it can hustle. In fact, the cornering is really good. It's a fantastic drifter. I've always said that four-door cars, sedans, especially long wheelbase cars, make for excellent drifters because you've got so much counterbalance to that steering through corners. You can definitely feel that on this car, but at the same time you put your foot down, you tighten up the steering, you play around less, and the car reciprocates. And that's the great thing about the M5, and that thankfully is the most important thing that this one does carry over from the V10 which preceded it, and that is that it can play, but it can also work. And when you want the car to get the job done, it does just that. If you pull the e-brake and flick the tail out, it's more than happy to work with you. At the same time though, if you want to just drive fast, it's more than capable of doing that as well. The fact that it doesn't have all-wheel drive doesn't really matter. The weight makes it grounded through corners. The power is more than capable, as is the torque, which of course is way higher than the V10 was, and overall I think it does justice to the car. Even though for die-hard M5 fans you'd probably still rather have the V10 car in the game for obvious reasons, I think that having this one at all is better than nothing, because it is fast, it is powerful, and it's kind of a sleeper within a game that isn't really known for that. Driveclub vehicles tend to be over the top, but this one is pretty cool, so definitely give it a look if you get the chance. The 2013 is the lighter one, as I said, but overall that's it for this pick. Of course, click here on screen to see all of my other Driveclub videos, and there are quite a few of them, and until next time I'll see you then, but for now, as always, thanks for watching.